Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Lori, thanks for joining us today on Business Ninjas. We're excited to learn more about the company and see where you're headed in the future. So maybe we could start by just having you introduce yourself and give the name of the company and the website and where you're located.
Sure. My name's Lori Tobias. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Johnson Brunetti. We have offices in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Atlanta. And I work out of our main headquarters, which is in Wethersfield, Connecticut.
Great. All right. And maybe you can give us a little bit of a bio around kind of what you've been up to in your career and how that led you to the present opportunity.
Sure. I years ago started really very interested in marketing and psychology and went back to get my master's with concentration in marketing. It was kind of the time with the whole direct mail, direct response marketing boom. So it was like, wow, this is pretty cool. You can see if it's working or not, and not everything's brand advertising. So I went and worked for an agency for a while that did it was all direct response marketing. Did that for quite a few years and then left and worked at an agency that was just starting to build websites, again, very direct response, being able to measure. And then a lot of my clients were financial services clients, so I ended up going to work for Fidelity Investments.
Oh, wow.
Worked for Fidelity Investments, and on their marketing team, they had an ad agency. I started in the ad agency and then moved into their retail retirement division as a marketing manager. Did that and then took a few years off to raise kids and then kind of jumped back in 12 years ago at Johnson Brunetti as kind of the first marketing person. I was the 8th employee, and now we're up to like 44 employees, and I have a team of 8 people. Yeah, great.
Wow, that's a lot of growth. Holy cow, that's great. And what's the sort of the elevator pitch for Johnson Brunetti? What's your core focus?
So our core focus is working with people as they're getting ready to retire or the early ages of retirement. I'd say we try to start working with people around 55 up to about 75.
Okay.
Of course, we'll work with people older, but usually at that point, they're set with their finances. And our elevator pitch is basically just, working with people, making them feel confident and comfortable with their finances and how they can retire. The number one fear of people retiring is being afraid to run out of money. They're going to run out of money. So it's just working with them, developing a plan and putting their mind at ease and having them retire with confidence.
Gotcha. Okay. Everybody definitely needs that. And given that you were there in the early days of the company, was that the initial vision, or did you kind of launch with a different vision and then tweak the business model as you kind of scaled up?
No, the vision was they were always specializing in working with retirement people. So we
Gotcha.
kept that, and the other vision that the owner of the company had when he started was he wanted advisors doing what they do best, which is meeting with people, and he wanted a really strong marketing arm to just bring in leads so that advisors could not do what most advisors don't like, which is prospecting and cold calling.
Right. They could just focus on actually delivering value to people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's kind of how we built the organization. So.
Gotcha. And then given that you were, at a full clip when the COVID era hit, how did that kind of change the operations and how you're able to service clients? What was that experience like?
It was definitely different. I mean, again, we deal mostly with households, individuals, and the 55 and up, I would say. So most of those people, and today too, they still like to meet face to face with somebody, especially when it's somebody that's going to be managing their money.
Right.
We do a lot of workshops and dinner seminars, which we couldn't do once COVID hit. So it was kind of I thought it was kind of exciting, but I am someone that thrives on change. All of a sudden I was like, oh my God, we still have to keep the company running and we still have to get leads. How are we going to do it? So, I mean, we were doing some digital marketing and stuff, but it was just really more expanding into that, expanding more into TV. So it was just like, what other ways can we reach people? We did find out, we can make clients through Zoom and phone call. It's not our ideal choice, but we can definitely make that happen. So
Wow.
I look at like it just broadened up a whole bunch of opportunities for us now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
And then how do you separate your positioning out from, the rest of the options that folks have? What's your differentiating feature that you use
Well,
to let people know what you can bring to them?
yeah, I think one of the things is, again, we specialize working with retirement. So,
Yep.
we often get people that will say, why don't you work with people in their 30s and 40s? And we're like, this is, we're specialists in the retirement planning. So that distinguishes us. The other thing is, I think we have a really good philosophy of keeping things simple. So people are going to come with us. We're going to come up with a one-page plan for them. We're not going to come up with, here's your 30-page binder of what we would do. It's simple. It's straightforward. All our advisors are very good at just talking. They're not talking over people's heads. They're just explaining things in simple layman's terms.
Uh-huh.
I think the market that we really dominate and went after a lot was that mass affluent. So not the high net worth necessarily that a lot of the other financial firms were going after. And the people that we worked with and a lot of our clients are, still these people are people that a lot of the other firms wouldn't view as profitable. So really didn't desire to work with them.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And now that you're looking at Zoom, has that helped you expand sort of the geographic reach that you have beyond maybe just local folks that you can get in person?
Yeah, it has to a point. Obviously being in a highly regulated industry, you have to be licensed in different states for different products. So,
Right.
but it has opened up. We have 2 offices up in the Boston area, and traffic there is crazy. So someone could be 10 miles from our office, but it could take them, 45 minutes to get there.
Right.
But now we can market, during COVID, we marketed, up in New Hampshire and Rhode Island. Those people probably aren't going to drive to one of our local offices, but they'll do Zoom and stuff. So we have expanded somewhat. Yep.
That's great. Wow. And are you finding that social media is an additive to what you're doing? Are there channels that you're active in? And if so, where can people find you?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We're on LinkedIn. We have, our LinkedIn page. We do a lot of retargeting with our ads. A lot of obviously our website does a lot. So people can definitely find us on Facebook, on our website, which is www.johnsonbrunetti.com. On LinkedIn, and social media plays a big part. I know about 40% of our clients, before they become a client, have interacted with us on some way on social media.
Wow. So you're showing your direct marketing chops. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
know to kind of tie that attribution together, right? So that's great. Wow, that's fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for coming on and for explaining kind of the vision that you have and how it's going to keep growing in the future. And we're going to enjoy watching you succeed as we tick through the quarters here. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.